We're not going to do the usual budgeting tips here. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. No. Today, we're getting real about something specific, that unique, exhausting, and honestly invisible financial pressure that comes with shift work. If you've ever had that feeling like your money just vanishes into thin air, well, you're in the right place.
All right, let's just dive right in. I want to start with a feeling I'm pretty sure is going to be familiar if you work those long, crazy hours.
Picture this. It's just 2 days after payday. The money finally hits your account, and for just a second, you can breathe. There's this little window of relief where things feel okay. But then you look at your balance.
And there it is again, that same question, every single time. Where did it all go? It honestly feels like you blinked and it just evaporated. It's so frustrating, and yeah, it's just a demoralizing cycle to be stuck in.
So to really get a handle on where the money's going, we've got to look at something else first, where your energy is going. Because for a shift worker, those two things, they are completely tangled together. Let's just walk through a typical day.
So the alarm goes off, and it's dark outside. It doesn't even matter if it's 4 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon, right? Your whole schedule is just off from the rest of the world. You're starting the day already behind, already tired.
And that shift, it is long. We're talking 10, 12, maybe even 16 hours. And the work itself is draining. Whether it's on your feet all day or making high-stakes decisions, all that constant pressure, you're just running on empty. You finally get a break, and the thought of cooking, it's just not going to happen. You're too drained. So dinner is from a drive-thru. And that coffee you grab, that's not a treat. That's a tool. It's what gets you home safely. We're not talking about luxury spending here. This is survival spending.
So you finally walk through your front door. Your body is just aching. Your mind is a total fog. And the last thing you have the energy for is thinking, making decisions. You're just too wiped out to think straight. And then you see it. That pile of bills on the table, just sitting there. It's this constant, quiet reminder of the pressure that just never seems to let up. And you know what comes next. You pull out your phone and you feel it. That familiar tight knot forming in your stomach as you open your banking app. It's pure dread. It's anxiety. You're just bracing yourself for the bad news you're pretty sure is waiting for you. Okay, listen, because this next part, this is the most important thing you're going to hear today. That feeling, that nagging voice in your head that says you're just bad with money, that you're failing, it's wrong. It's not you. It's a situation. It's chaos. You know, before you can solve a problem, you have to be able to name it. So let's give this a name. Let's call it financial chaos. It's that state you're in when the sheer exhaustion combined with a totally unpredictable schedule makes getting a grip on your money feel, well, impossible. Look, the real enemy here isn't some flaw in your character. The causes are real and they're external. You've got irregular income from rotating shifts. You've got this constant, deep fatigue that leads to what some people call shift brain. You know, when your brain is just fried and can't make one more good decision. It's spending on convenience because you have to just to survive the day. And the big one, it's the total absence of a system that's actually built for this kind of reality.
This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's not just about numbers on a screen. There's a quote that just nails it. Debt stops being a number, it becomes chaos. It's a weight that you carry around everywhere. And that's exactly it. It's this heavy mental load you're carrying on top of a job that's already demanding everything from you.
So I'm going to say it again because I really want this to sink in. The problem is the situation. The problem is the chaos. It is not the person. It is not you. Okay, so what do we do with this? Where do we go from here? Well, the very next step is actually about relief. It's about finally giving yourself permission to stop blaming yourself. Just think about that story we tell ourselves, right? That inner monologue that says, I'm lazy or I have no discipline. But then let's look at what's actually happening. The reality is, I'm exhausted. My willpower is completely shot from my job. I don't have a system that's built for this chaotic life. Just seeing that contrast, that's the first real step to changing the story. You aren't failing, you're in a tough spot without the right tools for the job.
So, what's the move? We're not going to try to fix everything all at once. That's just a recipe for overwhelm and failure. Instead, we're going to start with one tiny, manageable action. The only goal is to get one simple piece of data. Right now, the goal is not fixing, It's not about changing habits. It's not about creating some complicated budget. The only job right now is to simply see what's really going on without any emotion and without any judgment. And this is literally all it is. You can use a little notepad, an app on your phone, whatever's easiest. Every single time you spend money, you just write it down. Gas for the car, that coffee, groceries, a bill, anything. That's it. Just the date, what it was, and how much. And let me be super clear about the rules for this. There's only one rule. Your only job is to write it down. That's it. No judgment, no feeling guilty about it. You don't even have to add up the numbers. You're just collecting data. Think of yourself as an observer, nothing more. And that right there, that brings us to the real point of this little exercise. And really, the point of this whole explainer. You've got to diagnose the problem before you can even think about finding the cure. So, what we've done today is put a diagnosis on the problem. We've given it a name, financial chaos, and we've looked at the real causes behind it. Now, this isn't the complete solution, not by a long shot, but it's the absolutely essential first step, the one that almost everyone tries to skip. Which naturally leads to the big question, right? If the problem is not having a system, then how in the world do you build one that's actually designed to handle the chaos of shift work? And the answer is actually pretty simple. You can't build a system if you don't know what you're building it for. So first, we gather the evidence, one expense at a time, with zero judgment. And then, the system comes next.